So you're feeling them pull away. It's happening. This could be your friend, your partner, or even a work colleague, where you notice that they are pulling away from you. They're not replying to text messages as quickly. They're not inviting you out to places. They're holding back what they usually would give freely. You sense this, and it's starting to tear you apart. What's happening here is something that we can innately feel, and it burns us up inside. It truly does. It has a massive impact on us. And if we're not careful, it can completely destroy us. And so what do we do when this situation arises? We go into panic mode. And that panic mode can look like reassurance seeking. We ask them, hey, is everything okay between us? Did I upset you in some way? Or maybe it starts amplifying even more. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I did wrong. I'll just apologize for anything. How can I help this? How can I fix this? How can I change? How can I be different? How can I serve you? Is everything all right? What do you need? Are you mad at me? When we dive into reassurance seeking, it puts us in a completely disempowered position. It starts fracturing the relationship even more. It puts them above us, which means we are below. We begin to seek approval, to need approval, or else the whole relationship is going to fall to pieces. And if it does, it's all our fault. If you're new here, my name is Jaden. I'm an emotional intelligence coach helping women find clarity amongst the chaos. Let's jump into it. So they're pulling away from you. It's undeniable. You can see it. They are pulling away and holding back from giving themselves fully like they were previously. This is destroying you. And you want it to stop. Of course you want it to stop. And so you start seeking reassurance. How can I make things better? How can I change this situation? How can I bring everything back to the way it was? When we seek reassurance, what we're actually doing is trying to calm our nervous system down. Okay? And the thing is, when we seek reassurance, we're trying to get the other person to calm it down for us. This is where it all goes wrong to begin with. Whenever we're seeking reassurance from someone else, it's saying, I'm unsettled, I'm unsafe, I'm dysregulated. I need you to do something for me to make me feel okay. This is never the answer. Now, I'm not here to say that reassurance in any relationship is bad. Of course it's good, and it's important to have. It's nice to have, okay? But when we require reassurance, what it does inside of us is it makes us feel so uncomfortable that we don't know how to handle the emotions inside. And so we must go external in order to make it happen. This is where the problem starts, because what it's doing is it's forcing us to begin controlling other people. We believe we need this information. We need to send that text message to see if everything's okay. We need them to tell us exactly what we're hoping to hear. And we need to force the conversation in a text message or over the phone into them saying those exact words. We need them to say, I love you, I'm sorry, it's okay, I'm here for you. We need that to happen, all to soothe ourselves. Whenever we keep doing that, we're betraying us and we're giving our power away. This is the problem. Reassurance seeking can be lovely in small doses to make you bond in a relationship, in a friendship, or in a work relationship to some degree. It's nice, it's good, it's okay to have. But when it steps over a line where you can't function without it, that's the problem. That is a huge problem that needs to be addressed. Because if it's not, you'll continuously betray yourself, abandon yourself, lower yourself in order to get what you want, and it becomes really ugly really, really fast. So when we seek reassurance, we're seeking it to help us navigate through uncertainty. So when we need reassurance, we think that that's the cure, that as long as I'm reassured, I'm going to be okay. It's like giving an alcoholic alcohol. It will put a Band-Aid over that moment, but it'll never stop the addiction. Just the same is reassurance will never help someone overcome uncertainty, because there's always going to be something more to be uncertain about. So reassurance actually isn't what you're after. It's learning how to navigate uncertainty. That's the answer. I can give you reassurance all day, every day. You'll still need more reassurance. But if I teach you and you learn how to become comfortable inside uncertainty, you'll change your life forever. That is the difference. So how do you do that? How do you start shifting your need for reassurance into shifting your focus into being okay with uncertain times? Well, it comes down to self-trust. Self-trust is where it's at. Now, as I said previously, you've been giving a lot of your power away previously. You've been seeking the reassurance or validation from someone else to let you know that you're okay, that you're safe. This is what we want to change. We want to shift it around. And instead going, how can I trust myself to navigate uncertainty alone? How do I know that I'm going to be okay with this situation regardless of what happens? That's the difference. If they're pulling away from you in this relationship, the reassurance seeking is you trying to say, I'm not going to be okay in this uncertainty. But what if you could be? What if you knew that whatever happened, you're going to be safe? Well, this is where you get your power back. Now, for women who are anxious, this is really, really tough, okay? Because there's so much hinging on this connection working, right? Your sense of self, your identity, maybe it's your relationship in total. You've got your whole life around it, okay? And it's, I don't think I can be okay without the relationship, without this friendship, without this career, okay? So if I'm not going to be okay, if I'm not going to be safe in this scenario, then I need to stay in it. I need to be reassured. I need to fix the problem. This is where we start to betray ourselves. This is what we need to change, okay? So what it's about is about you focusing on yourself. How can you be okay no matter what happens? This is where I want you to start looking back into your past and start seeking the data, the evidence to prove that you're actually a bit of a badass and you just don't even know it. You don't want to believe it. This is what it's all about. So I want you to think, as a woman, what are the things that you've been through? What are the things that you've overcome? Maybe it's abuse, maybe it's neglect, maybe it's hardship, maybe it's just rising above all odds in your industry. Maybe it's about all the things that you've had to go through as a child and challenging moments. Maybe it's your sporting career that you've succeeded in. Maybe it's something like that where you've pushed really hard and achieved something great. Take note of that. Honor that. Emphasize that. And realize that you've actually been through way more than you give yourself credit for. You were okay during those moments. You have been okay. You did survive. That's awesome news. That's fantastic news, because we're going to use this evidence to prove to yourself that you actually are capable of handling uncertainty. Now, look, I understand that if you've got the potential relationship falling apart, that is uncertainty, and that can be scary. Of course, I'm not here to minimize that at all. It's a big deal. But what I'm saying is that you've survived everything you've ever gone through so far. How do I know that? Well, you're still here. You've been through it all. You've got the bumps, the bruises, the scars to prove it. Okay, that's fine. But you still survived. The idea is, if you know that you've gone through everything you've gone through, it might even be something as heavy as childbirth, right? You've gone through all of that and you're still here to tell the tale. You're way more powerful than what you're giving yourself this credit for. So what you want to do is amplify those moments, amplify those memories, and realize that you're actually really, really powerful. This helps you remember that you can rely on yourself. You can trust yourself to get through uncertain times. And that helps you realize that in the future, in this presented moment where it may be uncertain, where things may not work out, doesn't matter because you're going to be okay. Now, I'm not here promoting some let's just let everything be as it is and nothing matters and it's all fine. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm here to say is that you can take your power back. You can remember that you are strong and you are capable. And that this uncertain moment does not mean that you have to betray yourself in order to make yourself feel comfortable. You do not need to seek reassurance or validation outside of you and force and control and manipulate and coerce other people to regulate your nervous system. No, you stop doing that and you say, I can do this. I can reassure myself. I can give myself the pep talk that no matter what, I'm going to be okay. Because here's the evidence to prove what I'm capable of. When you do that, you reassure yourself. And you tell yourself, I can handle whatever comes next. This means that you don't seek reassurance. This means that you can have a functional and secure and healthy conversation instead of a begging and pleading conversation where you're asking in a way that's putting you below them. You don't want that power dynamic at all. You want to be equal to whoever you're talking to. So you want to put yourself in a position where you get to say, I can handle this. I can do this. I can talk in a functional, healthy, mature way. Instead of abandoning my needs, instead of giving myself up, instead of taking away my power and giving it to that other person, I can hold myself high and say, I've got this. No matter what situation is going to arise, I can move through it. When you do that, everything's going to change. Because that person may pull away, sure, that's their life. You can't control them to stay. And you don't want to manipulate someone to stay. But what it also might mean is if that person is pulling away, it might be because you're flooding them too much with the responsibility of them having to maintain and manage your needs. So they might be pulling away because of that. So if you double down, it's going to make them want to pull away further. But if you instead go, I'm going to stop, I'm going to focus on reassuring myself, that may be the very thing that that person who was pulling away needs to see in you so that they feel comfortable to no longer continue pulling away from you. It may be the very thing that actually helps them step back into you. There's no guarantees here. But what it does, regardless of the outcome, is make you feel more empowered, makes you remember how powerful you actually are. That is how you change your life. That is how you reassure yourself by being certain that you can handle any uncertainty. I'll see you in the next one.